He was fired from his job because people said he had no ideas, no talent, no imagination. But years later, his name would become one of the most famous in the world. This is the real story of Walt Disney, a man who failed again and again before he created magic. Walt Disney was born in 1901 in Chicago. His family was not rich. Life was not easy. As a child, Walt had to wake up very early every day. He helped his father deliver newspapers in the cold mornings. It was hard work for a young boy. But even then, Walt loved one thing: drawing. He drew animals, people, and small stories on paper. It made him happy. It gave him hope. But his father did not believe in his dream. He wanted Walt to work, not draw. Still, Walt did not stop. He kept drawing whenever he could. But this was only the beginning. As a young man, Walt tried to find his place in the world. He wanted to be an artist. He looked for jobs. He worked for a newspaper. But one day, he was fired. His boss said he had no creativity. It was a painful moment. Imagine hearing that when your biggest dream is to create. But Walt did not give up. Instead, he tried something new. He started his own small animation company. He believed he could tell stories in a new way. But the business failed. He lost all his money. He had nothing left. No success, no support, only a dream. If you like stories like this, keep watching. It gets even more interesting. Walt moved to Hollywood with very little money. He was almost broke. Many people around him were already successful, but Walt, he was just starting again. He worked day and night. He believed in animation when many people did not. Then came another rejection. Walt created a character and worked with a distributor, but the distributor tricked him. Walt lost the rights to his own character. Imagine losing something you created. It was another big failure, another moment where he could stop, but he didn't. Something inside him refused to quit, and then everything changed. One night on a train, Walt had an idea, a small mouse, friendly, funny, different. He called him Mickey. This was the turning point. Walt worked hard to bring this character to life. It was not easy. Animation was still new. Sound in cartoons was also new. But Walt took a risk. He created Mickey Mouse and added sound to the animation. In 1928, he released Steamboat Willie, and suddenly people noticed. They laughed. They loved it. Mickey Mouse became a star. For the first time, Walt saw real success. But he did not stop there. He wanted more. He wanted to create something bigger, something no one had done before. And once again, people said he was crazy. Walt decided to make a full-length animated movie. At that time, no one believed it would work. People even called it Disney's folly. They thought it would fail. They thought no one would watch a long cartoon. But Walt believed in his vision. He used all his money. He even borrowed more. It was a huge risk. Everything was on the line. If it failed, he would lose everything again. But Walt moved forward anyway. In 1937, he released Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it changed everything. The movie was a massive success. People loved it. It made a lot of money. Walt Disney was no longer a man who had no ideas. He became a pioneer, a creator, a dreamer who proved everyone wrong. After that, Walt continued to build his empire. He created more characters, more movies, more stories. Each one touched people's hearts. But Walt had another dream, a bigger one. He wanted to build a place where families could have fun together, a place full of imagination, a place that felt like magic. And once again, people doubted him. But Walt Disney did what he always did. he believed. In 1955, he opened Disneyland. It was not just a park, it was a new world, a world where stories became real and people loved it. Millions of visitors came, children and adults. Everyone felt something special there. Walt Disney changed entertainment forever. But his story is not just about success, it is about failure, rejection, pain, and never giving up. From a boy who delivered newspapers to a man who created magic for the world, Walt Disney showed us something important. Your dream may look small today. People may not believe in you. They may laugh. They may say you are not good enough. But that does not mean they are right. Because sometimes the people who are told they have no ideas are the ones who change the world. If this story inspired you, subscribe to help more people see stories like this.